Hi everybody, Ty Lord here with a pickup video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so this is the first pickup video of 2025. Woo-wee! Sorry for the lack of background, or I guess there's a lot of background activity, but nothing gaming related. My gaming area is kind of overtaken by my kids, so out here in the living room, I do have a view of a nice painting back here, and my Nintendo Wii I got at a thrift shop for 1880 right there. What else we got? Oh, the television set that Dean from Escape to Gaming gave me when he moved to Idaho, and then the nice little Ty Lord sign that Toro Loco had made for me. Kind of lighting's not quite right with it anyway, but got pickups video. You know what? I don't have. You know what? I have a couple packages from some friends. But before I started, I think you noticed my T-shirt on. I got the Moon Man, the official Moon Man T-shirt. Omega Ace Gaming, my buddy on YouTube, my buddy in real life. Looking forward to hanging out with him pretty soon at the Roseville Game Expo. I had to order this new shirt. I'll try to put a link to his store. I got the link through Instagram. Link to his merchandise. How does that look? I had to get 2X to fit. Heck yeah! No, I love this design here. Look, he's got the QR codes on the sleeves right there. There might be one on the back too. I think there's another little moon man right there. Shirts. Well, I'll get this stuff out of the way. I don't have any movies this time, but here's something from my father-in-law who worked at Heinz Ketchup for many years, probably like his entire career. He worked at Heinz Ketchup. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Anyway, but he worked at this cannery or bottling warehouse for many years in Tracy, California, and I guess they would have Halloween events or something, and like ketchup Freddy Krueger themed one he gave me. I thought this was cute. Nightmare on 11th Street. And I guess the Heinz factory was on 11th Street in Tracy. This is from 1989. Tomato season. Heinz in Tracy, California. It's got a little killer tomato looking guy that's all shriveled like Freddy Krueger with the claws. I thought it's cute. He said he might have more horror themed Heinz ketchup shirts I could have. I thought that was cute. So I got two nice new T-shirts. I'm trying not to wear too many T-shirts. I'm 46 years old. I still wear T-shirts like I'm a little kid. But my wife always buys them for me, and I always try to buy them for my friends. But I guess it keeps me young. Before we get to the games, I just picked up, and I'll do that later. I don't know how well this is going to come out. Thank you, OBS. Thanks for Wubs for this nice setup I have now. I could do a lot better with it. I just haven't put the time in on this nice new laptop. This ThinkPad, really nice computer. I've been using this a lot. My buddy Mike Wolf from YouTube and Discord sent me a nice package. He sent me some. He was asking me what my favorite place to take my wife out to eat was, and I think I said Chili's or something because they have all the best like lunch deals. He sent me a Chili's gift card. I took my wife out. So my wife, Mrs. Tylord, thanks you as well, Mike Wolf. We got they have the they could get two for 20. Like they have really good deals at Chili's, like better than McDonald's. Like even with a tip, it's not much more than McDonald's. Like we leave like a $5 or $10 tip, it's still like cheaper than McDonald's. Anyway, off the subject. Mike Wolf sent me Twisted Metal. This is a game I didn't have. I want to give it another chance. I hear everyone praising it now. I remember I was big into Twisted Metal series, and when I first got this on PS3, I wasn't really into it because it had like racing levels, and I just wanted to go around and shoot stuff. But since I've been playing more racing games, I think I might like it now. So I'm kind of looking forward to get back to that. I don't want to pull it out, but I did from the Laughing Crow collectibles, I did pick up oh, I'm so happy to have it back in my house, a backward compatible PS3, the fat one. It's the 20 gig one, so I don't know if those are more reliable or not than the 60 gig one. I got to vacuum it out. I'll try to vacuum it out every couple of days to make sure it doesn't overheat. Oh, so glad to have that thing back in my house. Like, I can play so many PlayStation 2 games. I can I have it hooked up to the modern TV, and I have it hooked up here through actually I have an S video cable. I have it hooked up through here and HDMI on my living room TV, so we can play PS2 games on the CRT and on the big TV. Happy to have that. But anyway, back to Mike Wolf. Thanks, buddy, for Twisted Metal on PlayStation. I don't know if you guys ever used to watch Physical Media Mac. Go check him out. Shout out to Physical Media Mac. Has a show. He doesn't post as much as he used to, but talks about picking up movies, Laserdisc DVDs, Blu-rays. Usually does like mini reviews on a lot of crappy movies that I like. I used to do a podcast with him and El Tiburon and our buddy Zomberry. Zomberry sent me some movies. This is stuff he knew I would like. Since we talked together so much in the past about Jaws movies and horror movies and action movies, he knows the type of crap I like. So he sent me a package. Here we go. So this is the only one I haven't seen, Roadkill, and I know that they were all the guys in our old so Birds of Prey and Gypsies in Ireland. I gotta watch this one. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't know if it's an indie movie. 2011. This is the only one I haven't seen. I'm gonna try not to do these pickup videos anymore and talk about movies I picked up that I haven't seen yet. I'm just gonna try to talk about the stuff I know about, the movies I picked up that I've watched. I'll try to do that from now on. So I'm sorry I didn't get to this one yet, Zomberry. I hope it's better than Leprechaun Origins. I hope it's not a WWE film. No. Good. Okay. Anyway, so here's some more with Lorenzo Lamas and Deborah Gibson. Shark versus octopus. Mega shark versus giant octopus. I love these silly sci-fi series. The mega shark goes at it with different giant creatures. Like, he goes at it with giant crocodile, giant octopus, a colossus, a mecha shark, all kinds of silly stuff. I don't think they make these anymore after the Sharknado movies got popular. It's all been Sharknado. I haven't been keeping up with the made for sci-fi or like indie or low budget shark movies lately, but this is fun. Not only a fan of crappy shark movies, but fan of Lorenzo Lamas, who's in this. I don't think he does any karate though. From Zomberry, here we go. I was really happy to get this one, Big Bad Brothers. This DVD compilation of several movies, and you see Jim Kelly right here on the cover and Bolo. So I gotta keep, it's new stuff. I keep looking at myself on the display. I gotta look at the camera. But we got Bolo and we got Fred Williamson, one of my favorite actors there. Bolo Young from Bloodsport, Enter the Dragon, who has his own movies, and the movie he's in here is Tattoo Connection. Is that what he's in? Oh, Black Samurai. So Black Samurai has Jim Kelly. Tattoo Connection also has Jim Kelly. Black Cobra 3 has Fred Williamson. I love all of those. I think I really want to find Black Cobra 4, but I can't. It's not for release. I don't think it has an English dub. It's probably an Italian movie. I love these Black Cobra movies. These sort of like Stallone ripoffs made in Italy with Fred Williamson. They're so badass. But we got, so Black Cobra 3, Tattoo Connection, Black Samurai, and a Black Dragon, and that's the one I didn't watch with Ron Van Cleef, that old martial artist. He actually fought in the UFC when he was an old man. Well, that's the movie I wanted to watch, Black Dragon. I didn't get around to it. That's the one I was looking for. So thanks, Zomberry, for more. Oh, back to more sharks. Here's two-headed shark attack with one of the O'Connells, Charlie O'Connell, Brooke Hogan. Oh wow, and Carmen Electra. So some hotties in there. Epic creature featuring tradition of Jaws and Deep Blue Sea. I don't know about that. This is super corny. I mean, it makes Jaws 3 look like Citizen Kane or something, or the freaking Godfather. But this is a fun, silly. I think this was on Sci-Fi as well. It says The Asylum. Douglas Olin Ray. I wonder if he's related to Olin Ray. Must be related to Fred Olin Ray. One of my favorite directors. But it has a little tagline: one body, two heads, and 6,000 teeth. These things went on to like three-headed shark, then four-headed shark, five-headed shark. I don't know if I've seen all of them, but this one I've seen is pretty funny. I think Brooke Hogan may have been in another shark movie. Was it Sand Shark? So her and Bo Duke. Oh, speaking of Bo Duke, this one, I've been looking for this one. Thank you, Zomberry Super Shark. What's his name from the Dukes of Hazzard? Schneider, or what's his name? John Schneider, yeah, from Dukes of Hazzard. Like he's like a handsome old man or middle-aged man now. He's the star of this. This is sort of like a really cheesy Jaws ripoff. The shark like walks around on its fins and fights with tanks and stuff. I don't know if you can see. This is so funny. I was when I heard this was coming out, I saw the trailer on YouTube. It was coming out on Sci-Fi. I was super pumped for this one. I know that's silly. And this one is directed by Fred Olin Ray. Did Fred Olin Ray direct this? I'm sorry, guys. I need to research this stuff. I'm supposed to be the professor, according to El Tiburon. I don't know. Anyway, so Super Shark here. Glad to have that in my shark collection. So thank you, Zomberry, for that gift. We'll see Zomberry pretty soon. I think we have an episode over on Tiburon's channel with him coming out. He's very I'm going to be posting this review pretty soon for your eyes only. I happen to find this Rasputin's for 50 cents. Anytime I find a Bond movie, even if I've already had it, if it's this older CBS Fox video style, I always get it. This is like my childhood right here, these old CBS Fox James Bond, the VHS tapes. We got a review of this complete. I just got to finish editing it and upload it. We go through it pretty smoothly. We're starting to try to streamline our episodes, the Best of Bond with Wubs and Ty Lord. We got this one, I think, under an hour and a half. We'll try to keep them under an hour and a half soon. I think we didn't get off the beaten path too much with this one, and we have Octopussy coming up after that. But here is For Your Eyes Only from 1981, kicking off the 80s Bond movies, directed by John Glenn. Most underrated director, I think, in history. Directed 5 James Bond movies in the 80s. Can you imagine that? 5 James Bond movies in one decade. All the same guy directed them all with 2 different James Bond actors. This is the first one, of course. Really cool movie. Really throwback not only to the 60s Bond movies, but also kind of a throwback to the novels. There's a lot of Ian Fleming novel references in this. He pulls from all kinds of short stories and novels from Ian Fleming in this movie. Great stuff. We'll talk. You can hear us, Wubs and I, talk about that when I upload that video. Okay. Also, keep an eye out for Retro Tiburon. You might want to check it out on May 1st. He's going to have the Summer of Horror starts, where Tiburon and I discuss the Leprechaun series, a series I wasn't super into. I'd seen the first one when I was a young man, and I liked it, or a teenager or a child, I can't remember, but the first one I liked, and it was just only the two of us. I don't want to give anything away, but no one else wanted to sit through a marathon of that. I don't blame them. So it's just the two of us. reviewing, ranking all of the Leprechaun movies. So I went through them all, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I picked up a couple of them that I enjoyed. I'll just give it a little teaser right here. Go check out. I'm not going to say a little preview teaser. But, go watch on Retroway Podcast. Should be on his website in the 1st of May, and then he'll bring it to YouTube, of course. I've been wanting this my whole life, and I just found out about it recently. Moonraker, the anniversary expanded edition Moonraker soundtrack. One of my favorite movies, probably my favorite Bond movie. I know it's silly. It's nothing like the novel. People get offended by it that it's going to outer space, but it doesn't offend me one bit. I can't deny my love for this entire movie, Moonraker. And one of the things I really love about it too is the wonderful score done by John Barry. As good as any movie you can get. Like, this blows most soundtracks out of the water. This score, the Shirley Bassey song's beautiful. Love that. Here's a complete the complete soundtrack right here. Back in 20 or 30 years ago, whenever we got the release before, it only had a few tracks on it. A lot of the soundtrack was missing from it. This thing has all of it. I don't know how they got a hold of it, but the entire thing is here. You hear the Bond theme a lot more. All of the little like source songs and like background songs are in here. Like the festivals in Brazil, they're in here, and it even has like the Magnificent Seven theme. I don't know if it's John Barry covering it or it's just from the old movie. And then it has I think it has the classical pieces they put in here. One track I really like was excluded. They have like unused tracks that were not in the movie in this, so it's always awesome for me to hear new John Barry tracks that I'd never heard before. A lot of them were excluded from the movie, and I really wish they had been there. I don't know if you remember on Moonraker when his gondola speedboat turns into like a hovercraft and goes and rides through St. Mark's Square, and everyone's looking at him funny, and he's escaping the bad guys on the speedboats. In the movie, it plays that classical piece, and in the original one, it's just tied in with the score. Once he gets up on that gondola and starts riding it on land, it starts playing like an Italian style James Bond theme with accordions and mandolins. It's the coolest thing I ever heard. Anyway, okay, but the highlight about this for me was the unused lyrics, the unused version, alternate version of Moonraker's song, and it's alternate lyrics, and it's sung by Paul Williams, the pop folk singer, or pop rock, or whatever he was from like the 70s. Probably know him from the Muppet Show, or you might know him as the Penguin in the Batman animated series. He has a really good voice. I never knew he did. I know Frank Sinatra was supposed to do this song, but there's a Paul Williams version of Moonraker, and I really, really love it. I've been listening to it a lot. There's a couple of versions of it. There's some instrumentals of Moonraker, a bunch of stuff that wasn't used in the movie. I'm sorry, I could gloat about this all day long. This one I was just in a John Barry mood as always, so I found this at Rasputin's The Chaplain soundtrack, which is very beautiful. One of John Barry's later scores from '93, which was a long time ago. Beautiful stuff. This even has a lot of romantic, kind of silly, like it's classic, like a silent movie type stuff John Barry does with this, because it's about Charlie Chaplin. So like the piano stuff, romantic sounding, as usual John Barry stuff, really, really good. It has Charlie Chaplin's song that he incorporates into this. One Charlie Chaplin wrote, is it Smile? I can't think of. I can't. I can't listen right now, but he incorporates that into this movie. And there's even the song Charlie Chaplin wrote is even sung by Robert Downey Jr., who plays who plays Chaplin in the movie. This is a pretty good movie if you haven't seen it at all. I don't know if it won any awards. It seems like it's like an Oscar bait movie. I'm sure it won awards. It's a very beautiful movie. On top of that, everything like from the like early 1900s to the 1920s, it goes all the way up into like the 60s, like late when he's an old man and he comes back to the United States. But all that time in history is very photogenic, and they capture it well with all the props and the sets in this movie. I'm talking about the movie. Also, there's a big cast too. Like you can't imagine like how many big names are in this movie. In the Chaplin movie, it's a pretty darn good movie. But I thought I'd get the soundtrack because I was in a John Barry mood listening to Moonraker. Okay, shout out to my co-host Wubs again for turning me on to this deal at GameStop. Mario RPG new for some reason was $20, a new copy, and they didn't even have it displayed. Wubs showed it to me on the. A few people might have showed it to me actually on Discord. So, Mario RPG is $20. I didn't believe them. Like I thought maybe it was just some freak of nature where they were. But I went in there and I didn't see any copies on the shelves or anything. I asked, "Hey, what's this I hear about Mario RPG being $20?" The guy said, "Yeah, it's $20." He pulled out a drawer of them. So I should have got more of them, I guess, and given them away. But I got this, and with my $5 off monthly coupon, it came out to like $15 or $16 for this game. Like I can't imagine paying that little for a Nintendo game for Switch. And I've really been wanting to beat this game. This game is cursed for me for some reason. I really love the game, but every time I play it, something happens where I accidentally erase my save data. I got really far, like on the last dungeon at one point on Super Nintendo. And then on the mini once I was playing it and the power went out. I lost a bunch of progress, so like this game's cursed to me. But now I guess I'll just play this new version. From what I hear, it's exactly the same game as the Super Nintendo game, just with updated graphics. So I guess I might as well just play this. If I knew it was different from the Super Nintendo one, I would just play that one. But from what I understand, it's exactly the same. So I can't wait to get back on that. But I have a few other games to play first. Speaking of remakes, the Oblivion remake just dropped. I don't know about anyone else, but I was obsessed with Oblivion when in 20 or 19 years ago. My brother was, my wife was, who was my girlfriend at the time. We would fight over the Xbox to play Oblivion. We had to get 2 Xboxes to play Oblivion. I basically got a PS3 so we could all be playing Oblivion at once. Like one of my favorite games of all time. Just got a remaster on the new consoles, and it's we have Game Pass, so I have access to it. And boy, have I been playing that a lot. I've been watching Toro Loco playing it too. Man, that's like the game I've always wanted. It's like the exact same game as Oblivion. It's not really a remake. It's the exact same game. Everything's in the exact location. It just looks 100 times better, like graphically. And the controls are smoother. It's the game flows better. It feels more like Skyrim or better. So it has like all of the stuff you like about Skyrim, but it's the exact same game as Oblivion. I think they improved the leveling up system as well, but it's the exact same game. Don't be frightened if you know Oblivion, you'll know everything about this, where everything is. Like it's just like deja vu, but man, it's just so good, the Oblivion remake. Anyway, another Xbox One game. I had to get this. It was at Rasputin's. I usually don't spend that much, but I just got a bonus at work. It was $14. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, which I've never played. Sorry about this light, guys. I've been wanting to play that mostly because there's like a story mode on here. I'm not really big into the Marvel stuff, but it's combined with Capcom, so it'll be fun to see Capcom characters in a story with Marvel characters. I know Chris Redfield from Resident Evil is in the story, and Mike Hagar from Final Fight's in the story, so I'm kind of looking forward to playing this. I'm seeing if the game's any fun too. It looks good from what I've seen. Here's one I've been wanting to. I've been looking for this. I know my buddy Dean that gave me the TV was looking for this on 360. I found it on Xbox. The Tomb Raider Tomb Raider Legacy or Tomb Raider Legend for the original Xbox. I wanted to play this because I really like the one that no one likes. Is it called Angel of Darkness? I really like that one. It's not so much that it sucks, but it just gets really hard towards the end, and I can't beat it. I think it's a little bit clunky of a game, but I just can't beat it. I don't know if this will be any worse. So I'm thinking this might be a smoother. It's a newer game, probably more polished game than Angel of Darkness. So looking forward to that one. I guess I'll finish off with some Super Nintendo games. Got some Super Famicom games. I thought I would get Final Fight, the Japanese version. I did that with a lighting. I'm sorry, kids. Final Fight, the Japanese version for Super Famicom. I got the Mexican version or the Spanish version from El Tiburon at a flea market, a hack version, and I have the American version, but I kind of wanted to try the Japanese version. I'm getting to where I can beat this one credit, but there's no way I can beat it no death. I know our boy Celestial can beat it no death. I don't know how he beats Abigail. My buddy Cory from mainly retro is working on a no death run on this too. If I have the patience, I'll have a freaking stroke or a heart attack if I. And then of course I had to get this. It was $5. I already have it, but the Japanese version of the World Warriors Street Fighter 2. I just wanted to play it and see if there's any little subtle differences with the American version that I played so many times. I can no death run this one or one credit with on hard. Just for playing it so much. And here's one one of my favorite fighting games on Super Nintendo. I think it's a really good port of the Neo Geo version. This is a Sunsoft game from the Neo Geo arcade game, World Heroes Part 1. I had Part 2, and I had a Japanese version of World Heroes 1, but I didn't have the American version. I had it when I was a kid. I played all the time. I think it's a solid Street Fighter ripoff. My favorite guy is the Hulk Hogan guy. His name is like Muscle Power. He's pretty much like Zangief. Like he can do, instead of a spinning pile driver, he has a spinning backbreaker. Picks him up as like a Rick Martel style backbreaker, or like the wrestling style backbreaker. I just think it's super fun to play as him. He looks like Hulk Hogan with like Lex Luger, like USA trunks on. yeah. And then the two guys in here, Fuma. I was talking to Zombie about that. Zombie's the only other person I know that likes World Heroes. I'm sure others like it too, but I just never hear anyone talk about it. It's mostly just Fatal Fury and Samurai Showdown. World Heroes has like Fuma and Hanzo. They're like two ninjas. They're based on like historical ninjas, and they're just like Ken and Ryu. Like their moveset's pretty much identical to Ken and Ryu. A lot of Street Fighter ripoffs in there. Shout out once again, OmegaAceGaming. Got the nice shirt for a good deal. Thanks again, Mike Wolf, for the Chili's gift certificate and the Twisted Metal. Thanks again, Zomberry, for the wonderful B movies. And we'll catch you all later.